happen to it every time. I'm not crazy about the rocket. Okay, when you're training, you want to keep your fatigue levels under 75% because around 75% there is a chance your Digimon will get injured or sick. Injuries you can easily treat with a bandage, and that's the end of it. If you don't treat an injury, oh, come on, you don't like anything I feed you. If you don't treat an injury can build up to sickness.
Who's hungry?
Sickness will instantly start whittling down your Digimon's HP and MP and can quickly lead to death. And as everyone knows, death is bad. Rest please. Sleep tight. Thank you. Fatigue. Alright, let's see. Multimon is on track for Wormmon. Sweet. Alright. So if I get his HP up to 1500 and his stamina up to 210, I can do Tentomon, which is tempting. And I want to get Kokomon's strength up to 50.
Stay focused.
Okay, Kokomon. And alright. So you can see mood bonus would be my only natural bonus there. If I move up to stamina, I get friend and mood, so I'm gonna go there. And I missed like an idiot. I keep missing, but it's really not that hard. Usually if you press it 3 out from where you want to land, you can hit it pretty reliably. And we're digivolving! It only takes about 6 or so hours for an in-training to hit Rookie. If you haven't met any of the requirements, that's the only time it'll really take longer. Once you hit the requirements and you hit the minimum timeline, you will generally just digivolve. Alright. So now I have Lopmon and Wormmon. So now, if I go into attack skills, they have real attacks. Before they just had Bubble, which is useless. Poison Powder is kinda and Bubble Breath. Actually, Wormmon can choose between water and nature attacks, which is kinda nice. I might as well have one each. But now, if I go into history, you will see that I know absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing about the Digivolutions of these guys, which means I can train whatever I want.
Stay focused.
And deal with repercussions later. So, what do I want to train today? I think, let's see here. Stamina, let's switch who's doing what and just stick to that. There we go. And everybody's hungry.
Ready?
Okay, food is good.
Time to eat.
Completely full, much less hungry.
Here goes.
Depending on the Digimon, they will eat certain amounts. Just because it's Rookie doesn't mean they will always eat 2 meats or 3 meats. Just because it's in training doesn't mean they will always eat whatever. You know, it goes back and forth a lot. There we go, heart for friendship. And they need to poop. In this game, unlike the original Digimon game, it takes about an hour before they actually poop on the ground, which is much nicer. Now, if you're ever confused about how tired your Digimon are, you can always go to status and just look at the bar here. So you can see my guys are about at maybe about 60%, maybe a little less. So they're pretty far on, but since the day is almost done, I think I want to just train them one more time. I'm going to put them both on speed for this one. There we go. And they want to sleep. Now, sleeping in the original game was one of two ways you could save. You could only save when your Digimon wanted to sleep, or if you went back to Digimon's house and hit up the Digivice in the house. In this game, you can save whenever you want. Which means we can do a little bit of save scumming against bosses.
Training time!
Now then, I want to go back to strength. Since all the other stats are over 100, I might want to put Lotmon on HP for a bit.
Training time!
Yeah, Lotmon needs HP. Alright, nice. And they need to poop. Poop emergency! Run for it!
Alright, let's do it!
I like training them to a certain extent before running off, because just like in the first game, you run into a battle the moment you leave town. It is very annoying. Now, while you're training, if you do several rounds of training back to back, sometimes when you leave the gym, your Digimon will give you a prompt to either praise or scold or ignore them. If you praise or scold them in these cases, you can learn more about their Digivolutions. I've gotten them up to a fairly good point. My city sucks, so I'm going to hit a save state right here. Nice and quick. Overwrite. You can only have 3 files on a PS4 for this game. A little unfortunate, but considering how complex this game is, I kind of understand it. Alright. So when you leave, you get another warning. From here on out, Digimon will appear that attack you as enemies. Each Digimon react when you approach them, they will chase you, and touching one will start a battle. A Digimon that doesn't react may be one that'll come to the city. Talk to them with X or get close to trigger an event. Those Digimon... There's a Digimon nearby. Now, is it friend or foe? Those Digimon will have this exclamation point not only above their head, but also on the mini-map. So you can see right here, first off, you have 4 of these interactable Digimon. They generally do not run around, they just stand there. Some of them you have to talk to, other ones you get close and they bring you into a cutscene. Hey, who are you? Huh? Are you one of those humans? Oh, I see. You are controlling Machine Dramon. No. How dare you mess with Phodia? I'll take you down. What? So, like I was saying, this is a forced battle. If you try to come out with baby Digimon, you will get destroyed. I may have trained a little too much, so he got destroyed. Battling gives you some stats for your Digimon depending on how offset the battle was. If a baby Digimon fights a rookie, the baby Digimon will obviously get more stats. You also get slightly more tired whenever you battle. You acquire money, you have a chance to acquire items, and you acquire Tamer EXP. Ow, ow, ow! Huh? It doesn't really hurt? I held back, but are you okay? Yeah, this is nothing. Hey, wait a sec. You're telling me you're not a bad guy? Navi explained the situation. Is that right? My bad, I got ahead of myself. I've never seen a human before, you see. Right then, I'm going back to Phodia. Give me a holler if you see me out there. Patamon, join the city! We got one! City Prosperity and Digimail. While Digimon decided to join the city, now let's find some partner Digimon and bring them back. Also, the Digimail mark appeared in the lower right corner. A notice will display whenever a Digimail is delivered, which can be very annoying because it gives off a beeping chime. Open the Digivice with triangle and try reading your Digimail. So that little chime, you get it whenever you get a Digimail. Okay, and Digimon is now telling us we can talk to Bodemon inside his house. Bodemon was a little black Digimon in there, little black baby Digimon, and he tells you rumors of things about Digimon that possibly want to join the city. Find ingredients and materials. There are points in the field where ingredients and materials can be found. This area has an ingredient Digistock and a material metal. Now try getting some ingredients and materials. Sweet. Touch an ingredient or material with circles to display a confirmation window. Press X to take the item. Alright. So, for gathering mushroom fruit and other ingredients, we'll drop in the field, gather as many as you can to stave off your partner Digimon's hunger. Materials aren't too useful at first, but they'll be needed to develop the city later on. The amount you can have changes depending on the stamina of your partner Digimon. When you return to the city, they are automatically placed into city storage. And then it gives you a nice pan of the map. Again, you get computer parts and random stuff that would never appear in the human world to let you know this is the digital world. World connections. This world is vast and contains a multitude of areas, each of which is split into several smaller areas. The further you go, the stronger your enemies become. You must build up the strength of your partners. For now, let's go to Ninth Plains and get used to living with your partner Digimon. Digimon battles continued. Now then, there's a hostile Digimon right over there. You won't be able to cross the bridge unless you defeat it first. I'll take this opportunity to explain more about battle control and strategy. Who is talking to you then? If someone says I'll, it's like, okay, who's talking to you? I've filled up your partner's HP and MP. Let's use this battle to learn how things work. And another forced battle. Using items and tactics menu. In battle, you can use items to help partners use the tactics menu to flee or change targets. So just like in the first game, you can throw items to heal your Digimon in mid-battle, which makes it much easier to fight overpowered bosses. Tactics, however, became a little bit less useful. You do have the command with L and R, but that takes order points, which means you can't use your insane overpowered finishing move as easily because you used up your order points.
Nice shooting!
Oh, you hit me. You jerk. Ormond, why are you running away? Just kick his butt. In order to kick his butt, you have to hit him, not miss.
Nice one!
There we go, that's much better. Order power as battle start. Okay, so order power does not carry over, which is very annoying. So the better your bond, the more order power you start a battle with. The maximum, of course, then being 100 until much later in the game. Alright, now if you hold L1, you can zoom out a bit, and your camera then holds back here. Salty fruits. Alright, so on the field, there are 4 different colored material points. Yellow we saw earlier was metal. Blue here is obviously liquid. You'll find it on the edges of bodies of water generally, or near pipes. A little weird. My Digimon are currently drowning and not complaining. Okay, that's kind of cool. The next one is a red color, which